Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic Wrath and our Human Paladin Northrend leveling campaign. Let's take a look at our map and see what we have to wrap up here. A couple of things that stand out to me. We need to go do the Murloc stuff. For better or worse, we are going to have to do the Murloc stuff. However, we could keep putting it off, like basically indefinitely, and we can see how that works. Let's go over to Cascala and check out what's going on over there. I think that's going to be a Tuskar village. And I am much more interested in the Tuskar than I am in Murloc stuff. Hope you guys are doing well today, and I should say thank you for being here and for clicking on the video, choosing to spend some of your time here with me. I do appreciate that. We've got a little bit of rested experience, and we do have a quest in the Nexus we have to complete. One of you guys let me know I was actually on the platform close to where I could have used this, and had I gone about like 5 or 10 more yards, I might have been able to complete that quest last time. So with that thought, we could jump in the queue for the Nexus and see if we get a group. We've also opened up Azul Narobe a long time ago. We have Aniket, the Old Kingdom we could do. I don't remember what zones these are in. So, there's that. I might kind of wait until I see some quest for a new dungeon before I queue up for it, but we'll see. Having the dungeon finder the way it is kind of opens things up. With the old looking for group tool that they had in 3.3 in Wrath, you had to discover the entrance of the dungeon before you could use the dungeon finder and queue up for a group. So naturally, like, you would know what zone the dungeon was in because you would have had to have been there on your character. Now the way they have it, you can just queue up and someone can summon you out. And you don't have to have any idea where the dungeon is ahead of time. So, a little bit different. In trying to make people, like, explore the world more, they actually kind of created a situation where people can just be ported to dungeons that they haven't even seen yet, and in fact may never walk to. Whereas at least the old looking for dungeon tool, like, it made everyone walk there once. At least one time you had to walk there. You had to see the dungeon entrance with your own eyes, and after that you could jump in the queue and get automatically placed in a group and teleported to it. Now you could have people who never go to the dungeon entrance except when they're summoned. So, I don't know if that quite met one of their design goals there, or if it kind of did the opposite. Alright, definitely a Tuskar village. You have a daily quest. Preparing for the worst, dark times are upon us. Karkut's spirit walks the earth and gathers the spirits of dead Tuskar. The souls of the mist have taken many of our brethren. Soon, dear Cascala will be reduced to ashes. There is hope yet. Not for us, perhaps, but we've sent our families to Unupe. We fight here, so there may be a future for them. They will need supplies or they will starve. There's not enough food in Unupe. Salvage any supplies before it's too late for our families.
May your nets always be full.
It's kind of a shame that we never got playable Tuskar. We got playable fox people. we got playable little fox people, but we never, for some reason we never got playable Tuskar. And let's see, you have a couple of things. We'll turn in the breadcrumb. The man you seek went far to the east, to a place near the coast called Death's Stand, beyond Unupe. Be careful if you go in search of him. He bore the mark of Karkut, he who watches over the dead. And we have not without a fight. Cascala is a sacred place for us human. Our ancestors were guided here by the spirit of Tuyakta himself. Now these foul creatures attack us from the mist without any provocation. We will show them that our spears are not merely for wailing. Fight alongside us, friend. Perhaps my people might repay you sometime in the future. Alright, so yeah, we have to fight some of these Kavaldir. I will eventually drop the K and we'll just call them Valdir. But for now, Kavaldir is what we're going to call them. Oh, we're prot spec. I forgot we were leveling up our one-handed axe here. The good news is we can just switch specs whenever we want here. We're at 301 on the weapon skill. I did mean to get on and level this up myself last night, but once I got off I was pretty much done for the night with the game. Thought I could stand here and swing at stuff for like a half hour, but ended up not feeling like it. We also have a one-handed mace, and we'll want to work on that as well. Not right now, though. That I will save for a different time. I'm kind of wondering if once we get the weapon skill up, are we going to have less mana issues on the Paladin? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like we're going to consistently have mana issues. I mean, we are using Seal of Wisdom. I'm judging Wisdom. We could put Blessing of Wisdom up. That would be a smart idea. But yeah, it really does seem like the main source of mana regen for a prot pally is being healed by somebody else. Which is great when you're tanking, but doesn't really work when you're solo. That being said, let's edit our listing, and let's make sure that we can go in as tank or heals. We could also put our own group together, so we'll hang out for a little bit. And we'll see if anybody invites us, that's fine. If not, we'll eventually put our own group together. It seems like there are plenty of healers and DPS on right now. Alright, what is our skill at here? 309 out of 355. We're still barely hitting. Or possibly we just don't do a lot of damage as the spec on a single target. Maybe we can creep around and get some of the items. I don't see any in here. At least this one was a guild whisper and not just like a random guild invite. The fact of the matter is I do need an active guild. I just don't know how I'm gonna make that work. Preferably I need a guild that wants to do 10-man hard modes in Ulduar, because that's kind of like my main goal. Yes, I'd love to kill the Lich King too, but I really want to get into some 10-man Ulduar hard modes. And 5-man Heroic Plus, or whatever they're calling the new 5-man difficulty. Definitely want a solid group of people for that. Other desirable attributes of a guild, everybody in the guild is an adult. That's actually a requirement. Yeah, it's like, you basically have to be 21 and up. Other requirements, you just have to be like normal people. Just normal people who don't get like super pissed off about loot. Who don't engage in loot drama, who don't get mad when we wipe 100 times on a boss we've never seen before. Those are requirements. There's actually lots of other requirements. I'm not going to get into them all, but I think you guys maybe kind of get the gist of what I would be looking for if I were to actually join a guild. And any of you who've been around the channel for a long time definitely know what kinds of things I'm tolerant of and what kinds of things I really don't like when it comes to behavior in the game and how people interact with each other. I don't think I'm gonna get credit for the ones that they're fighting if they're like less than half health and we help out. It doesn't seem like we're gonna necessarily get credit for those, as we shouldn't. Some really interesting music going on here. It is a little too quiet though, no matter how much I seem to turn up the volume today. I'm still playing with all of my sound settings. I honestly don't know if I have them where I want them to be. Today I'm trying to make everything a little bit louder. So a couple of you guys pointed out that things were pretty quiet compared to like other videos, and you were absolutely right. So for the last few episodes, I've been actually adjusting the volume in my publishing software, just cranking the whole volume up. Today for this video, I've increased the gain on my audio gate, and I've turned the in-game volumes back up as well. Trying to be more at the settings I was at on the old USB microphone, but I'm still trying to work it out. I'm using a Cloud Lifter and a Focusrite 2.0 audio gate for my actual hardware. And through the microphone, through my listening, I sound really loud, but I think because of the Cloud Lifter, it softens it quite a bit, a lot more than you might expect. So I think that was part of my issue in kind of dialing in my settings, but I'm trying to get it better. Hope it hasn't been too bad for you guys, and definitely would like to get any more feedback, especially on the sound settings on this video. Is there a part of it that's too loud? Is there a part of it that's too quiet? And I can continue to tweak this to get it back to where I feel like it was best. Am I spamming or just one run? I don't want to spam leveling dungeons. I really don't want to spam. I would spam heroics for loot, but I don't want to spam leveling dungeons. I'm going to enjoy the leveling here way too much to gain too much experience in dungeons. We'll probably put a group together here shortly though. Once we get our weapon skill maxed out, that would be a good time for it. The skill ups are coming a little bit slower. We're still not hitting very often, and we're still taking plenty of damage and spending plenty of mana. Wow, that was like dual Avenger shields. Ours hit like a moment before his did. I bet that he thought he had that one. Because we ran so close without firing our shield up. I bet he thought he had that one. Not today, Blood Elf Paladin. Not today. For some reason, playing on this server has made me like really detest the Horde players more than I ever have. Usually I've been pretty indifferent, but I realize this might be the first server that I've leveled up on with like a close to 50-50 balance, where it's not completely one-sided for my faction. In essence, this is the first server I've leveled up on where we're consistently encountering the opposite faction, fighting for quest objectives with the opposite faction. It's a new experience for me. It is not a calming experience. It's for some reason like a lot worse when someone on the opposite faction takes an objective from you than when someone on your own faction does. Just psychologically, it feels worse. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's what makes it the World of Warcraft and not the world of cross-faction cooperation and happiness. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience. That's the word that I'll use. Alright, we need to drink to get some mana back here, if you believe that. Need to definitely remember to edit what we present ourselves as in the group. We have a 3 Paladin group. This is exactly what I didn't want. I wasn't paying attention when we got in. Yeah, guys, oh, why did I do that to myself? I have to build the groups myself. This will be the last time that we just take a random invite. We're gonna build the groups ourselves from now on. We're gonna put it together ourselves and just not have to deal with 3 Paladins in one group, taking every piece of gear that we could ever possibly desire. Without giving us any chance to win anything. So, yeah, I like having a fair chance at loot. I don't really care too much about loot. You guys have seen me give stuff away that's been upgrades. I've passed on stuff I should have needed on. I don't get upset when I don't get loot. I just want to have a fair chance at it. And with 2 other people rolling against you, your odds shrink dramatically. That's just how probability works. Okay, we'll turn these in, and then we will start heading towards the stone. We could do that.
Who is this that speaks?
Thank you, Rambles. I will be deeply in your debt if we ever make it out of here alive. That's not good. We can just take the bracers. Listen, warriors like me are replaceable. If I fall, my brothers and cousins will pick up my spear and fight. My people cannot survive without the wise elders. Stubborn Muhat, our most venerable shaman, refuses to leave the altar to Tuyatka. We would suffer a significant loss if he was slain by these monsters. You are an outsider. Maybe he'll listen to you. Show him reason. Ask him to flee to the safety of Unape before it's too late.
Hunting. Who is this that speaks?
I thank you, Rambles. These supplies will feed our cousins and children. Even if Kaskala falls, our tribes must carry on. Okay, that was all these guys had. We got a little breadcrumb, I think, out to the island. And we should probably head over. Who's there? We got one person. Let's what's our fastest method here? I think we got somebody flying in. Maybe our fastest method is to hang tight. Maybe that's our fastest method. Just to be chill and wait for that summon. In the meantime, let's keep going. Let's head out here to the island. We could probably at least get this turned in. Ataka sent you, didn't he? I am not to be swayed. All is not lost. The spirits are still with us. Powerful spirits watch over my tribe. Kaskala will not be lost. Islaric will give us courage. Tiaka will make sure our survivors always have food and shelter. And Karkut will watch over the fallen so they do not lose their way. Islaric's guidance is the one we need the most right now. I asked my nephew Uruk to bring me Islaric's totem, but the Kaldir spear struck him down and his body fell into the waters to the north. Okay. Waters to the north. I think we probably have a summoning coming. Yeah, there we go. Oh, right. No, I don't want to be a giant moon. Please stop with the marks. I don't want to be a giant moon. Okay, let's do some prep here. We need to... I mean, I want my Greater Blessing of Salve, because I don't want to have to cast Personal Salve on myself. Am I going to have to cast Personal Salve? Maybe. Maybe I will. Whoops. There we go. And I think we're going to stick with Seal of Wisdom for the mana. Oh yeah, we need Righteous Fury up because threat is really important. Yeah. Ooh, these guys have a silence. Let's do a little divine protection for this pull just to make sure we survive it. Could be good to, you know, survive. We should probably always tank these guys up against the wall because they have that kickback. I often find in Melee, especially as the group sizes get bigger, that there's just simply too many sparkly effects going off on and around my character. And at some point I might turn that stuff down a little bit because yeah, it gets to be too much to even want to look at. All the shiny, glowy, sparkly effects. Sometimes reduces the visibility of like stuff happening in the fight. But I guess when 85% of your player base has to play with an add-on that tells them when to move, what to do next, readability is not a high priority on your design team, maybe. I don't know. We seem to have no problems at all with mana when we're in a group, so that's good at least. That's inspiring. Alright, everybody looks good mana-wise, I think. Yeah, we should be good.
You know what they say about curiosity.
Alright, pretty easy. She dropped a leather belt with 25 stam, 41 int, and 34 spirits. Apparently we're skipping groups. It's kind of unfortunate. And now we have to pay attention in here. Once we beat the boss, we need to go to the end of that platform and we need to use the quest item. So let's open that up now. And we got silence before we can lay down a consecrate, which is awesome. Now that we're actually hitting consistently, we seem to deal a lot of damage for a tank. Oh yeah, we can jump down over here. Alright, here we go. Everyone's health and mana are good. We need to destroy the ads that spawn out. And he drops some mail boots that nobody in the group can wear. We always get mail when we don't have a shaman or hunter or anybody. Let's go to the edge of the platform. Oh, someone else did it and we got the quest completed. Hey, that's awesome. But yeah, thank you for the tip, letting me know how close I was and yet how far away. So yeah, that's all done. That's all of our dungeon quests done. Turning that in, I mean, I think we'll get 72 here in the dungeon, actually. But if we don't, turning the quest in will get us there. We have one of the Paladin going AFK for 2 minutes. They are DPS, so we are gonna keep going. Maybe I don't know. We'll at least clear up to the boss, right? And we'll see if they come back soonish. I think we have these boots, don't we? That was not the button I wanted to hit. Obviously. It was close. Yeah, it was pretty close. And yeah, that's it. That's the run. We did get our quest done, so that's awesome. And would it be better for us to just hearth out of here than to run and catch a flight? Where are we gonna go next? Okay, things are populating. Well, we should go down and turn this quest in that we just completed. That would be smart. And we did hit level 72. I don't think I noticed when it happened, but it did, so yeah, that's awesome. What were we putting points into? I think we had just gotten to a point where we really don't know where to put points next. We could decrease the cooldown on Hammer of Justice. We could increase the damage done by our Seal of Righteousness, Seal of Vengeance, and Seal of Corruption. We don't judge those. When we're tanking, we're mainly judging Seal of Wisdom. So I don't think that benefits us very much. Yeah. Go Divine Sacrifice. Doesn't seem that interesting to me, but we should probably have it. Increase Expertise by 2 and total stamina. Okay, we need this. Yep. And what are we getting out of these? We can get tanking gloves, so that's perfect. 27 strength, 57 stamina, increased defense rating by 38, and hit rating by 21.
Go with honor, friend.
We can definitely equip those. We will also update our prot set. Alright, that should be good. I'm assuming that our weapon skill is maxed out now with one-handed axes. It's pretty close. Let's go back to our retribution spec. There we go. Alright, as far as what we are going to do next, we have stuff all the way out here by the village. We can continue with this stuff over here. I think we're holding off on the Murloc stuff until last, right? I mean, obviously we've put it off. I'm going to continue to put it off. And then eventually we'll get it done.
Hey there.
Did we not grab the flight point for the Tonka village? I don't think so. Guess as close as we can get right now is the airstrip. Alright, I'm going to put us in flight for the airstrip. I am going to take a little bit of a break, refresh my coffee, get a bite to eat, and then I will be back at it. And we're going to keep questing. I feel like we're making our way through these quests pretty quickly. We're going to be done in Borean Tundra pretty soon. And yeah, after that we're going to go to Howling Fjord, and I'm really excited for that. Borean Tundra has been great. Really looking forward to seeing the Alliance stuff in the Howling Fjord as well. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate all of the continued support on the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.